The sharks throw out some crazy offers in exchange for equity or stakes in any specific company. This results in some pretty crazy sales boosts, and typically, the companies that do appear on Shark Tank and make a deal go on to be wildly successful. How's it going, guys? And welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, feel free to subscribe with your channel notifications turned on by clicking that bell icon. That way, you'll never miss another upload. After you've joined the notification squad and hit that bell, make sure to let us know by dropping a comment down below saying I subscribed or hashtag notification squad for your chance to be featured in our video shoutout at the end of the month, where you guys can get your name and comments featured on screen and in one of our videos for everyone else watching to see. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at 8 of the craziest deals ever featured on Shark Tank. Number 1. Scrub Daddy.
Hi Sharks, I'm Aaron Krause from Philadelphia, and I'm known as the daddy of the Scrub Daddy, the cutest but most high-tech scrubbing tool in the world. Today, I'm seeking...
Scrub Daddy was an idea pitched on the show back in season 4 and is easily one of the most successful items to ever be featured in a Shark Tank episode. Aaron Krause appeared before the judges showing off his Scrub Daddy product, deeming himself the daddy of the Scrub Daddy. Weird, but I guess that's besides the point. Anyways, the Scrub Daddy product was a reusable sponge that mimicked a smiling face that firmed up in cold water and softened up in warm water. The major selling point of the Scrub Daddy sponge was that it helped remove grit and dirt up to 2 months old. While not a super innovative product, I mean, let's be honest, we've all seen those sponge commercials before, the investors did seem pretty interested. Lori Greiner would end up offering $200,000 to Scrub Daddy in exchange for 20% equity in the company. Shark Tank, though, was only the beginning for Scrub Daddy, and shortly after appearing on the show, the company had moved over 10 million units and seen more than $50 million in sales. Prior to appearing on Shark Tank, Scrub Daddy had only brought in a mere $100,000 in total sales, making this deal one of the craziest and most lucrative in Shark Tank history.
What's your cost?
The cost to make one's about $1.
What are you selling them for?
About $2.80.
Wholesale?
Wholesale. This needs to be in every supermarket.
Number 2. Groove Book.
What do people do with all the photos they've taken?
Absolutely nothing. For just $2.99 a month.
You might have heard of Groove Book, seeing as it's one of the biggest success stories in Shark Tank history. Groove Book is a subscription-based service that allows subscribers to make a custom-bound book of photos taken on their smartphones. So basically, it's a scrapbook or a collage of all your selfies and Instagram food posts. This one-of-a-kind product seriously hit it off with the investors during the pitching stage, and Sharks Mark Cuban and Kevin O'Leary each offered up $150,000 in exchange for 80% of the licensing profits. In classic Shark Tank fashion, the appearance on the show boosted Groovebook's subscriber count through the roof, and an influx of 50,000 new subscribers was seen shortly after the pitch aired on television. Shortly after that, Shutterfly Incorporated purchased the Groovebook service for $14.5 million. They say a picture can be worth 1,000 words, but in this case, these pictures were worth thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm not gonna lie, I prefer the latter.
They'll take you hours online and then charge you an arm and a leg for printing and shipping. Groovebook is the answer.
So which one of you sharks is ready to get your groove on? With Groovebook!
Number 3. Buggy Beds.
You could have bed bugs in your home and not even know it. And that's why we created Buggy Beds.
We've all heard the saying, don't let the bed bugs bite. For most people, it's just a saying that our parents told us as kids. But just like identity theft, bed bugs are not a joke, which is why Buggy Beds exists. The product is an early detection and prevention system meant for bed bugs, which of course never gives the bed bugs a chance to bite. The product actually went over so well with the sharks that all 5 sharks at the time, that being Kevin O'Leary, Robert Herjavec, Mark Cuban, Daymond John, and Barbara Corcoran, all offered up a deal equating to $250,000 in exchange for 25% of the company. As a result of appearing on Shark Tank and getting such a wild reaction from the investors, Buggy Beds saw an international growth spurt across 23 new countries and revenue spikes upwards of $1.2 million in sales.
Under your couch cushions. And Buggy Beds will provide peace of mind for everyone. Sleep tight and don't let the bed bugs bite.
Number 4. 1031 Productions.
Everywhere I go, there's zombies.
Hi, Sharks. I'm Melissa Carbone from Los Angeles. My company is 1031 Productions.
1031 Productions is easily one of the most unique companies to ever appear on Shark Tank. The company specializes in horror-themed attractions, but there's a catch. It's a limited time only event that happens each year, and it makes your average haunted house look like a dollhouse in comparison. This live-action horror entertainment company caught the eyes of investors and millions of people around the world, but Mark Cuban would be the one to take home the gold as he offered up $2 million in exchange for a 20% stake in the company. After appearing on the show, 1031 Productions saw a $2 million sales spike at their next outing and saw similar numbers in the years following. Normally, you hear screams, crying, and maniacal laughter at a haunted house or spooky attractions, but I think 1031 Productions is hearing more ka-chings than anything else these days.
Just when you think terror is over, think again.
Number 5. Wicked Good Cupcakes.
Season 4, mother and daughter team Tracy Noonan and Danny Villaghi made a deal with Kevin O'Leary for their cupcakes in a jar.
Wicked Good Cupcakes is about as straightforward as a company can be. It's a gourmet cupcake company that's product is considered to be wicked good. But the cupcakes weren't the only wicked good thing going around when the company saw its Shark Tank pitch air on television. The family-owned and operated cupcake company appeared before the Sharks in Season 4, and was quite possibly the best decision this mother-daughter duo ever made. Kevin O'Leary was particularly fond of the company's ideas and products, and offered Wicked Good Cupcakes $75,000 in exchange for royalties and $1 per cupcake until he broke even, and then after that, 50 cents for every additional cupcake. In 2016, after the episode had aired, Wicked Good Cupcake's name was out there for everyone to see, and the company brought in $8 million in sales, meaning Kevin O'Leary and the Wicked Good Cupcakes family are sitting quite nicely atop their frosted pile of cash. Honestly, dealing up 50 cents per cupcake is one of the weirdest, most unique, and definitely most lucrative deals ever featured on Shark Tank, easily landing a spot on this list.
I've watched Danny grow from a young person trying to find herself to a woman who runs 30+ employees, and it's made me so proud and so grateful. My biggest hope is that us...
Number 6. Bombas.
Hi Sharks, I'm David.
And I'm Randy. Our company is Bombas, and we're here today seeking $200,000 in exchange for a 5% equity stake.
They say mo bombas, mo problems, right? That's the saying? Nope. Okay, well, mo bombas is actually what every store has in its inventory list after the Bombas company made its Shark Tank pitch. The Bombas product is similar to your everyday sock, but with a few added benefits that caught investor Daymond John's eye in particular. They have an extra long staple cotton to keep them breathable, but also offer superior cushioning when your feet need it. And there's a blister tab included with them too. After appearing on Shark Tank, the Bombas company reportedly made $50 million in 2017, which not only is great news for Daymond John and Bombas as a whole, but also the homeless shelters and other organizations that Bombas donates a pair of socks to for every pair it sells.
A $9 sock when it's all said and done with a $5 margin. There's just not enough margin dollars in each sale and each customer, and that's always going to make you have to run faster and further.
Number 7. Tipsy Elves.
Before Tipsy Elves, Christmas sweaters were old, they smelled terrible, and you could only find them at your local thrift store.
At one point or another, you're gonna run out of excuses as to why you can't attend your friend's ugly sweater and white elephant gift exchange party. And that's where Tipsy Elves comes in handy. You either love it or hate it, but you gotta admit, ugly Christmas apparel is something that no one expected to take off like it has. Tipsy Elves specializes in extravagant, flashy, and crazy festive apparel, including sweaters, costumes, and even ski gear. The company's product even appeared in the 2018 Winter Olympics. During their pitch, investor Robert Herjavec offered up $100,000 to Tipsy Elves, which was a no-brainer in his eyes, and 1 year later, the company brought in over $50 million in sales. Number 8. Amazing Lights.
Hi Sharks, my name is Brian Lim. I'm the founder and CEO of Amazing Lights.
The Amazing Lights company found a way to land quite the smooth deal with investors Mark Cuban and Daymond John in what some would call an amazing fashion. The Amazing Lights company creates light-up rave gloves that are basically just knit gloves with light-up balls attached to the fingertips. I wouldn't assume there's a huge market for such a product, but I guess that's why I'm here talking now and not an investor on Shark Tank. Also, the fact that most of my money gets invested in Chick-fil-A, that probably doesn't help either. Anyways, Daymond John and Mark Cuban offered a joint deal with Amazing Lights, receiving $650,000 in exchange for 5% of the company and a 20% commission on any future licensing deals. Amazing Lights had reportedly brought in $7 million prior to appearing on Shark Tank, and that number only got bigger after the pitch aired on TV. The Shark Tank television show has quickly become one of the hottest shows on TV right now, with millions upon millions of people tuning in every episode to see what kinds of products and people appear before the investors. The Shark Tank, though, like an actual Shark Tank, can be a dangerous place to be, as alongside the investors, millions of people are watching what pitches seem to be worthwhile. While some of the deals made on the show go on to make millions of dollars for everyone involved, sometimes we get some flops too, and despite some heavy investments, things don't always go to plan. But that doesn't stop the investors from making even crazier deals the next time they have the chance. The Shark Tank show shows just how eager some of the investors are to start working with a new up-and-coming business, meaning sometimes the sharks throw out some crazy offers in exchange for equity or stakes in any specific company. This results in some pretty crazy sales boosts, and typically the companies that do appear on Shark Tank and make a deal go on to be wildly successful. Surprisingly though, even some businesses and companies that aren't able to strike a deal end up profiting big time after appearing on the show. And there you guys have it, those are 8 of the craziest deals ever featured on Shark Tank. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like on it and leave a thumbs up, as it would be much appreciated. If you guys are new here to the channel, feel free to go ahead and subscribe with your channel notifications turned on, that way you'll never miss another upload. Once you've joined the notification squad, don't forget to comment down below saying I subscribed for your chance to be featured in our video shoutout at the end of the month, where you guys can get your name and comment featured on screen for everyone else watching to see. Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and we'll catch you guys later.